This is a top 15 matchup with the added subplot of conference rivalry. It's Big 10 versus Big 12. Bragging rights in play. Welcome to the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on last season's national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kurt Herbstreit. Kurt, let's get right to the action. Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. Gets it to the 25-yard line. That's where they'll start the drive. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Early in this season, Greg, I think you can sense both these teams realize there's a lot to play for, a lot at stake for their seasons, and they're just kind of settling into this game.
Oh, just look at the atmosphere today. It's almost playoff-like out there. Both these teams understand what a win could do for them, and the intensity is jacked up out on the field.
So 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard pickup. This offense trying to get something going on this drive. Back's got it again. They bring him down to the 32-yard line.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that. Either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. A quick throw out left, complete. Breaks loose at the 45. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
The back's got it. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Defense does a really nice job here being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the 1st and the 2nd option aren't there. By the 3rd option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Looking to the end zone, looking for a touchdown, but it's incomplete.
That ball just seemed to sail on him. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Just a 4-yard gain, so it sets up 3rd and 6. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. And now the handoff. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Well, it seemed like the offense was trying to throw some kind of misdirection with that run there. But give credit to the defense. They were prepared for anything, and they swallowed that running back up. Nice defensive stand.
Looks like the coach decides to go for 3 points here. Here comes the field goal team. And that one's straight down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here. Makes it 3-0.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Ball handed off. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8. Well, for many, this is the quintessential college football rivalry. It combines tradition, high intensity, and very often high stakes.
Yeah, Chris, I really think the rivalry has changed over the years. Guys in my era would tell you it was a game that was the most heated but the most respected because of the way you were recruited by both schools. There was the Woody, there was the Bo influence on the rivalry. But I think in the new social media era, I think it's more about hatred for the two schools. From both sides, it's just a different feel. We'll feel that today when these teams go at it. Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Offense gets set up here. It's 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down. He breaks free. Tackled at the 44, but good enough for a 1st down.
3rd down, I think the defense is really expecting the ball to go through the air. Instead, the offense keeps it on the ground, gives it to one of the more skilled players, and he gets the yards he needs. Move the sticks.
The Wolverines lining up here on 1st and 10. Same tailback, another carry. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He's got a man down the middle. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
And the Wolverines are going to keep this drive rolling. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. 1st down.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Looking for the end zone. Has a lane. No stopping him on that run. Touchdown, Wolverines.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Handles the tricky footing, and the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And here's the return from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. They'll run it to the left. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And now the running back's got it again. 1st down, looking for more now. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Boy, that's a beautiful run here for the 1st down. Really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. Just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
Timeout is called by the defense. That's their first of the half. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff, and he'll head left. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. That has been in large part the reliance on the ground game, which has been featured from both sides in this one so far. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The punt will bounce and head out of bounds. Takes the returner out of play. Michigan offense back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
Makes it 2nd and medium. Takes the handoff, heads to the right. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, boy, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
They'll be forced out of bounds after a small pickup on that return. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. The sure hands. It's Miller. He's brought down, but not before crossing midfield of the 42. The Buckeyes come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. Pre-snap motion from the receiver.
But there's no time to sit there and talk to each other as a defense. You give up a big gain for a first down, and already you got to get lined up because here comes the ball again.
And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Looking for his big tight end. It is intercepted. He's bringing it back. They finally tackle him, but what a tremendous play. The pick and then that return.
Throwing in the rain can be very dangerous. The timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver can be off. Here the quarterback takes a chance and forces the ball. Give credit to the defensive back for locking in there and coming up with that big interception.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Not much of a return, but the pick ends the scoring threat and sets the offense up at the 33.
What a play by the defensive back here. You have no idea how tough it can be and how slippery it is out there with this rain. The defense is reacting to the offense. The offense knows exactly where they're going when they're running their route. The defender has to try to be very careful to keep his footing underneath him. Sounds simple, but it's not. To come up with that interception while doing that, that is a big-time play.
Getting set. Here's second down. Give it to the back again. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Can't hold on. Good defensive play. Brings up a fourth down.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on third down. Now, big decision coming up here on fourth.
And at fourth down, they'll punt it away here. And the return man runs out of bounds. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zero in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Now it's second down here. And the quarterback dropping back. Looking right, this one caught. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run a route like this, you know who needs to get a lot of credit is the offensive line, because this play takes some time for the receiver to work his way across the field on that drag route, and the quarterback that time had enough time to be able to navigate the coverage and make the accurate throw. That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
So after the incompletion, it's second down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. What a catch! They finally stop him, and not before he gets to the 16-yard line.
What a read by this quarterback. He saw cover one, meaning a single high safety look. Knows that he's got to throw the ball to the outside part of the field because help will be late in getting there. And that time, it's a great completion with an accurate throw.
Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5. And the tailback's got it again. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look. And they'll make an adjustment before this important play. And the crowd coming to life here trying to help this defense down in the red zone. And he'll drop back here on third down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We'll see if the offense here can build on this lead before the break. Is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
The snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Return begins inside the 10. He steps out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. So the first play of the drive here coming up. Less than 2 minutes left on the clock. They'll run it here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
That's a solid gain, moves the ball to the 29. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Will the defense play coverage or blitz? Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Catch made down the left side. An explosive play. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Design quarterback run. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. They'll have to hurry now. 2nd down with the clock ticking. You snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Miller. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
On 3rd and short, the offense coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here. They're just not able to hit it.
Buckeyes will send the punt team onto the field. He fields it at the 15. Returner brought down. Sets up the next drive. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Here comes a first down pass attempt. Fires it to the wide out. Grab down the middle. It's Clark. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looking deep downfield to the left. The ball is picked off. Breaks into the open. Across midfield. Tackle after the pick, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick this away to get the second half going. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They were productive in the first half, but hurt themselves with turnovers. Let's see if they can fix that here as we get the third quarter going.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They'll feed the back again. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
Quick throw, testing the middle. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So
he's in the clear. Ball carrier steps out, but a solid gain on the ground that time.
There's nothing more that helps an offense than committing to that running game and popping an explosive run like this on the ground. Keeps the confidence of your offensive lineup. Same with your back. It helps everything else that you're doing as an offense in your rhythm. Now you can come back with some counters, try to take some shots off of play action, and keep hammering away with that run game.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. From the shotgun, drops back. Moves out of the pocket. Looking for 6. This one sails through the back of the end zone and incomplete.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. On third down, he drops to throw. He escapes the pocket. Finds his target.
The offense gets some positive yards here, but they're going to be short of the first down marker to set up fourth down. Really good job by the defense of tackling and the awareness to keep him short of that first down marker.
The offense will go for here on fourth down and 3. They're going to run it here. Motors all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan. And strike up the Michigan band again as the Wolverines, Kirk, are beginning to build a lead and pull away here.
Well, I don't think the biggest Michigan fan in the country could have ever expected this kind of performance by the Wolverines. Everything that they have done has worked, and right now they have a nice, comfortable lead.
And the point after is right down the middle. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. And here's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
As the first down is still going. To get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. He'll hand it off. Breaking tackles. And the runner brought down right at the 38-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play.
Pretty good gain here by this offense, and here they are. They're getting already set to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go. Defense better get their cleats in the ground.
Caught. He's wide open. Look out. They make the stop after a big gain all the way to the 34.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receivers. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And the defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Anytime an out route is run the right way and the quarterback throws it on time, it's nearly impossible to defend. This time the corner's able to bat it down because the quarterback was a little bit late on the throw.
On the move now. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. Makes the catch downfield. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now. Here we go, first and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. ball handed off. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
Extra point good. They trail now 17-10. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. They're returning from inside the 10-yard line. He lost the ball. It's a wild scramble. And the return team able to make the recovery and avoid a damaging turnover there.
Oh, boy. The kick returner catches a break. His teammate was able to recognize the ball on the ground and immediately made a heads-up play to get on top of it.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, these are the kind of plays you have to make to be able to win the game in the second half. This back had a great first half and has gotten plenty of touches, so you've got to make sure this half is different than how things have gone so far.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Play fake, looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. He'll throw it deep down the middle of the field. And he throws his third interception of the day. Breaking free at midfield. Will not be brought down. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the second half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. So second down after the incompletion. He hands it off from the gun. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. Buckeyes come up to the line to crank the tempo up here. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
It's fourth down, but no punting team. The offense is going to go for it. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And the result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
They're going to run it. Look out, room to run here. He's brought down, but what a pickup on the ground.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Boy, wide receiver screen can be hit or miss. Either receiver finds a nice crease and picks up big yards, or the defense completely negates that. The team speed from the defense here wins that play.
They'll try the right here. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense, flying to the football.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. And as we take a break to flip ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the current national rankings. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Makes the grab, a chance to score. And they score, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's find out if this one's going to count. Crucial 3rd down play right here. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. They bring him down, but that play will set up a 1st and goal now at the 10.
Well, the defense gets these guys to 3rd down. They got a chance to get them off the field, and instead they give up the 1st down. So the clock will continue to move, and the defense is really at the mercy of this offense at this point.
To the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Facing a 3rd down now. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the 1st down.
Heck of a job here by the defense on this 3rd down to keep them short of the 1st down. Now it's 4th down, and an interesting decision for this offense with the lead. Do they punt the ball away, or do they go for it?
So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. He made it. 3 points on the board. And they add to their lead.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
Return begins inside the 10. He steps out of bounds at the 26. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. The Buckeyes come to the line to run the hurry up.
It's a nice completion there, Chris. And this possession at this point in the game is critical for them. They've got to focus on putting points on the board right now to make this a one-possession game.
Fresh set of downs for the offense, 1st down.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the 1st down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the 1st, keep this drive moving.
Looking to throw it on 1st down. Punt over the middle. It's Hamilton. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that 1st down yardage. The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. That'll put him over 150 yards today, Kirk. He is putting on a show on this big stage.
How great is this? On this stage, as you mentioned, Chris, just...
Oh, down he goes. It's a sack. First down sack pushes the ball back. Second down coming up.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Makes the grab. It's Miller. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
They make the tackle inside the 30. It'll be first down there. And that run is good for first down yardage. A new set of downs for this offense.
You know, even though that these guys are facing a deficit, they're not just going all through the air. Love the fact that you're running the football, keeping this defense honest, not panicking by just throwing every single down. Now you get a new set of downs and a chance to keep moving the ball down the field.
Has a pass to the end zone. Tackle just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. Buckeyes line it up with first and goal. Penalty on the defense won't make much difference this close to the goal line. The penalty backs the defense up even more. Now first and goal from the 1. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's a crucial score. Kirk makes it a one-possession game and makes the stretch run of this very interesting.
Yeah, now the pressure turns to their opponent and their offense. The momentum is starting to tilt, and it's your job to go into your 4-minute offense. But I'd expect this defense to be extra aggressive to try to get this ball back.
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. But he safely makes the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work. Michigan offense back out on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. He's hit right as he throws it.
Boy, the defense rolls the dice here on this screen pass. If they don't hit this quarterback, this is a big play, but give them credit. They were able to get to him before they were able to complete that pass.
Incompletion sets up a second down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be first down and goal. The offense sets up with a first and goal. Press coverage now from the secondary. They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Touchdown, Wolverines. This offense is still clicking.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Extra point up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. Some confusion on the snap count. A false start cost them 5 yards. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Looking for a receiver. Throws to the tight end. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. Powering through the defender. And he stepped. At the 8, a crucial takeaway.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple of scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Second and goal for the offense. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. He'll be smothered right at the line for no gain. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Defense down in the red zone. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Bring the pressure, and down he goes. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So on fourth down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after coming away with 3 in that drive, the kickoff team is out. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Goes out of bounds at the 38. That's a pretty good return. Now the first play of the drive, they'll begin at the 38. Oh, and he throws it back. The pocket breaking down. The defense drops him for a loss. They went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Catch made on the out route. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Send the back in motion. Play action fake, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Escapes the pocket. Picks up the first down and still going. Breaks loose at the 40. He'll head out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Great job here by this quarterback. Nobody's open, so he just takes off and shows you what he can do with those legs. Most importantly, he gets the first down and gets out of bounds to
taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Oh, and a chance at an interception in the end zone. Could not quite hold on to the ball. It's going to be second down.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
He's looking deep again. Pass is going to be incomplete. He was really lucky to avoid the pick there.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, but hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
He escapes the pocket. Hit as he released it. Incomplete again. A third straight misfire. Brings up fourth down now.
When this quarterback's trying to do everything he can to give this play a chance, he gets out of the pressure off to his right, but man, did he take a hit and wasn't able to complete this pass.
Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. No, he didn't make it. He stopped short on 4th down, and that could be a fatal blow to this offense. And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Goes out the stiff arm. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. The gain moves the ball past the 40. Sets up another 1st and 10. Takes the handoff again. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play. So what an entertaining battle here today, but in the end, Kirk, the #1 ranked team couldn't make enough plays to dodge the upset here.
Well, it's hard to have your fastball working every